What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Nate Campbell. Here I am. Experience the Galaxy with your man Nate Campbell. I got my man David Emmanuel on. Also have my man. We have another guest, Dante, on Zoom with us tonight. And John is in the building. We're all gonna be talking tonight about what's going on. It's gonna be current events today, and the current event of the day is gonna be what it is. It's gonna be coronavirus. New developments are coming out every day about the way that they're handling this whole epidemic, this virus. If you go to my Facebook page, Nat Turner Campbell, is open to the public. You can look and see where I did a live video earlier today, and even yesterday I talked about it, where one of the guys I trained who was a dentist, but he has a lot of friends that are doctors and what's an epidemiologist, I think they call them, where they talk about the sicknesses and all those different things that are going on. And he was talking about how those people have been told to list those deaths as coronavirus, even if they're not coronavirus. So I'm going to bring my guys in. David, Dante, what's going on, man?
What's going on, family?
David, you there?
He's there.
I know David.
I'm here, brother. I'm messing with a few things right now.
You can't mess with. You gotta call me. Come on, man.
Go ahead, bro.
You got 148 hearing too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, but I got my guy. Dante, man, tell us something about yourself, man. Talk to us about you, man.
So, name is Dante Jennings. I'm from Duval County, Florida. This is home for me, out East Florida.
Wait a minute. Where you went from out East? Hold on. You can't be saying out East like
I can't say that like that. I'm from 21st in Phoenix. It was bred around apartments when I was there. It was apartment 155 all the way down to the left.
Man, stop playing.
You know what I mean? Hey,
you don't know my people. You don't know my people like that, man. Stop playing. I live in Brandywine Apartments right upstairs, the very first apartment. You're on mute.
We might be people while you playing.
Nah, you know my Uncle Bruce. My Uncle Bruce had a girl named kid's mom, Miss Carolyn. She passed on now. Daughter named man. Sue Cat. What you know about Sue Cat and all the people that we grew up in the neighborhood, the same neighborhood. So you when you say Brandywine Apartment, you from out east.
I'm from there, right? Okay.
You from around
right now? I'm in the education industry right now. I'm a district leader. I oversee mathematics. And I'm a proud resident. So and then president of the Jacksonville Urban League Young Professionals chapter here in the city. And then I'm a doer. So I like to get things done. I'm an activist.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, my daughter's a school teacher. She works at Reebok Middle. Her name is Jay Campbell. She's
That's where I got started at. Well, at the Northwestern. That's where I got to teach at you.
Man. RJ is over. As a matter of fact, David, I found that my daughter Dave and RJ know each other well. They beat the kids up playing basketball at the staff versus student game. She said RJ came out first play from scrimmage and dunked on them turn. I said, ain't that beautiful? Ain't that beautiful? But man, listen. We're gonna get into a lot of different topics today. We're gonna talk about some metaphysical. We're gonna talk about definitely gonna talk about how we gotta get our weapons and munitions together as black men. We know you can't fight the coronavirus, as David say, but I don't care how sick you are, you still gotta be able to shoot this up.
I didn't say we couldn't fight it. I didn't say we couldn't fight that virus. All you gotta do is have an alkaline body, get all the metal out of your body, then you fighting the virus.
Oh yeah,
I had all the metal taken out. Remember them old fillings they put in our mouth?
Yeah, I ain't never had those.
That's what they gave me when I was younger. Yeah. Actually, in the military, Marines, they took everything out your mouth before you went to war. Everything was patched up. And that's another thing with these shots. I made a post 20 years ago. I was in the Marines, and they shot us with everything. We used to walk through a line where they had them air guns and just
Yeah, I remember that. I heard about that.
I went to Somalia. I took those malaria pills. I was over in Budak. I took a helo ride over there and got dropped off when we was doing raids. So what I'm saying is, I've been injected with so much, but yet here I am today, right before you.
Yeah, but here's the thing. And I love to hear this. When guys, 20 years ago they gave me this, bruh. The stuff they giving now ain't got stuff then ain't got nothing.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But your body protects you.
Right, but our bodies protect us. Our bodies protect us. Dude, we was born we made a different stuff. I hate to say that, but we made a different stuff. I mean, I'm still able to get up and do a lot of stuff that most guys that was my age before couldn't do. Our bodies are made different because we grew up eating a certain way.
So that's the thing. That's the thing. It's not necessarily made different, but the conditioning, the process that you went through, and I can even say my generation is going through now, is different. So more processed food. You know what I mean? More fast food eating. Y'all.
But Nate got to be honest. We didn't eat no food like our parents did in the beginning of their lives. They ate off of farms. They raised their animals.
Whoa. Again, stop speaking for me. I came up po. Not poor, po. We couldn't afford the other R, so I was po. My grandmama had a little garden in the backyard. So I ate fresh veggies out of her garden, bell peppers and onions out of her yard. So I grew up. I have geeches, and we do that, man.
Yeah, I'm from South Carolina. The first 13 years of my life, I ate like that. We had our own farm. We killed our own animals. We went out and picked peas and picked all that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I moved to Jacksonville. Wasn't none of that. Crystal Burger.
But no, again, Dave, I didn't have my first Crystal Burger, McDonald's, or nothing. I was like 7, 8 years old. That was big for us. That was big.
That's 80.
Yeah, in the 80s, man. No, 79. In 79, my daddy was in the hospital. He gave me $5 and said, go over to McDonald's and get you something to eat. That was big, dude, because you get burger, fry, and drink for like $3 and some change.
And it's a reason why.
Well, back then it was a different reason.
Yeah. Now you getting 46 leg quarters for $2.99.
And they all big, and they all this big.
And they did exactly. now let's even stay on that. So it does something to your body physically. But we don't even talk about what it does to your body composition, your body chemistry. Like, I'm in education. I see the kids first thing in the morning.
Sleeping.
Hot fries, Takis, sodas. Like, then what does that do to your body chemistry then? Like, at that point, your biology. Man, that is so much bigger when we start talking about our diets and what we put in our body. Like, we're going against harmony at that point.
That's what makes this virus look like nothing. Okay, all the sugar, all the sodas. That is an epidemic, man. Epidemic.
That's why the virus is running rampant.
Exactly.
Because of what's in the body.
Yep.
Yeah, sugar.
Go ahead, David.
Sugar is more addictive than cocaine.
I know. Let me tell you something. I know, because that is my white powder of choice.
And especially when man manipulates sugar, that's when it's worse.
It's worse.
And I heard even getting it from agave. I thought cane sugar was good, but once you go alkaline, they tell you cane sugar ain't even good.
You can't have agave?
Well, agave is the new alkaline. You know, that's when you go alkaline. But I'm just about agave. I never had agave in my life.
Wow, dude, I thought you knew about it before me. I didn't know about agave. That's what they would put me on. Agave is what they would give me when I was fighting.
Yeah, you're an athlete.
Well, no, I didn't learn about it until about 2-3 years ago when I started researching everything Dr. Sebi did.
Yeah, I got some agave.
I've been vegan for 15 years.
You know what agave?
Vegan and alkaline is two different things.
Right,
vegan is a whole bunch of starch. We don't know that.
Right. Right, because a lot of veggies are starchy.
They are what you call it with Monsanto's and all them.
Monsanto, the GMOs.
There you go.
GMOs, yeah.
Corn's the number one
seeds. People even stuff with no seeds.
Right.
This thing go deep. So
I don't eat a watermelon unless it got seeds.
A seedless watermelon.
And you can hardly find that. And it costs more than the one.
And guess what? I'm down with them. They $6.99 for one on the low end. And guess what? $7 it is.
So it's starting to look like they weaponized this 5G technology for those who didn't eat and get their bodies alkaline.
Exactly.
That's what it sounds like. Now, I don't know. I didn't create it. I didn't create this weapon.
Hey, I got a video we're going to watch. I got a video I want to drop off for y'all right quick. Go ahead, John. Run the video of the doctor who's a state senator for something else. Minnesota. He's a state senator, a doctor and a state senator, but he
speaking of Minnesota, a doctor and state senator from Minnesota, Scott Jensen, joins us today on the 702 communication line on Eastern PC Critical Star Community Assembly as well. So I don't feel like Jensen, Senator Jensen, but thank you so much for joining us tonight, sir. Let's start with this. You and I communicate via email, shortly on the phone. Have you yet seen the information that's going into these U of M models that the audience still to make these decisions?
We can't hear it.
No, we have not. We have asked for those, and we were told by the governor's office that we would receive the data tonight. And so we're hoping to see what the assumptions are and what the data is. But at this point in time, we have not.
So I just want to be clear for our audience, sir. You've got a governor of a state that is making executive orders, stay-at-home orders, that right now is cratering your economy. We don't know what data is being used, and yet you as a state senator, as a doctor, have not seen that data that's being used for our governor to make these decisions.
No, we have not. And
does that not concern you? I mean, shouldn't the people of Minnesota be screaming right now?
Well, I think, Minnesota nice. We want to be good soldiers in that, but I think that people are starting to say, hold it now. We need to have a deeper understanding of this, and we're not getting it. I think that, in Minnesota, as a physician, I received an email last week from the Department of Health coaching me on how to fill out death certificates. And I've never really received coaching from the Vital Statistics Agency in terms of how to do a death certificate, but basically I felt like they were saying, you don't have to have a confirmed laboratory test for COVID-19 in order to make the death certificate be COVID-19.
Jesus. So, wait. Sir, I don't mean to interrupt you. That what you just said, I think is critically important. Can you repeat what you just said, please?
Well, last Friday, I received a 7-page document that sort of told me that if I had an 86-year-old patient that had pneumonia but was never tested for COVID-19, but sometime after she came down with pneumonia, we learned that she had been exposed to her son who had no symptoms, but later on was identified with COVID-19, that it would be appropriate to diagnose on the death certificate COVID-19. Now, we've not done that. If someone has the pneumonia and it's in the middle of a flu epidemic, and I don't have a test on influenza, I don't diagnose influenza on the death certificate. I will say this elderly patient died of pneumonia.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but my heart is sinking right now as you're telling me this. You're a doctor. Why in the world would they be sending you out information to fill out death certificates where the person's been diagnosed with COVID-19 or not, but then to say in the death certificate this person's death was caused by COVID-19? That does not sound right to me.
I went to the person in our office who does most of the death certificates over the last 10, 20 years, and I said, does this sound right? I had her look at the documents that I printed off, and she said, well, we've always been told that you always put down just facts. You don't put down any probabilities. You don't put any presumptions down. It's just what you know. And so this is concerning, and it actually gets to your point, Chris. When we start talking about the data that goes into the modeling, we have to ask ourselves a question. Are we being forthright? Are we sharing with the public? Minnesota, North Dakota, we don't need to be having it sugar-coated. We want to know what's going into your modeling.
So with that being said, why would they want to skew the number of deaths due to COVID-19?
Well, fear is a great way to control people, and I worry about that. I worry that sometimes we're so darn interested in just jazzing up the fear factor that, sometimes people's ability to think for themselves is paralyzed if they're frightened enough. And that's not where I want people to be. I want people to say, we're going to get through this. I'm going to use my head. I'm going to go to different sources. I'm going to listen to different sources. And I'm going to think for myself, because that's what America's about.
Senator, if you don't mind, after this interview, if you can send me that 7-page document, and then just for clarity, you were sent a 7-page document by who again?
The Department of Health.
Department of Health, saying, hey, fill this out, whether they test positive for COVID. That is stunning, sir. So Governor Walz had his conference call today. One of the things he mentioned is he's going to lay out, it sounds like, some ideas or a plan tomorrow about his statewide stay-at-home order. Was supposed to end on April 10th. He is going to have some changes to that. Do you have any new information regarding that, sir?
I don't, but there's certainly been a big push that we should be using more of a laser-focused approach rather than some sort of a broad-scale whack-a-mole kind of a thing. We've got landscapers and lawn preparers, and we've got dock workers.
All right, John.
That was crazy.
Okay.
That was crazy.
He further went on to say that, people working outside, like as landscapers, 2 guys on a crew, this and other, they shouldn't be locked in. Okay. I got a dentist that I work with. I work with him every on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are the days I work with him. And yesterday he came in. He don't even watch our show. And he made the statement. He said, Nate, what we need right now is called herd. It's called herd
immunity.
Herd immunity. And I said, yeah. I said, everybody. I said, what they need to do is, it's right now. It's been cheaper for them to give everybody a checkup. Everybody went to the doctor and got checkups. You got high blood pressure or whatever, something like that. You go home, or you got respiratory illnesses. You stay home. Everybody else go to work. Everybody that's gonna get it. By the time they get it and go inside, the people that, the other people be ready to come out. So what you do is you basically circulating people in and out, but everybody who can get it can get it. Everybody who can stand it can get it. But what they've done was they've just a blanket job of covering this city, this country, taking money out of the country. This is a money grab.
Hey.
This is a money grab.
Absolutely.
This political.
Look at what that doctor just said. That should be the fucking headline on every newscast around the country. A respected doctor getting told to change death
He's a state senator.
God
he's a state senator.
Yeah, but he's also
a state senator.
Shit, man.
So he's credentialed and in politics.
and he told on their ass.
Wow.
Now let's watch him. Let's
see how long he. Yeah, I know.
Hey, we just gotta be. This is a evil monster that we're dealing with right now.
No. Wait a minute. You know who is pushing this? Nobody want to talk about it. You know who is pushing this propaganda? The Democrats.
Oh my God!
Now you gotta let me. You gotta let me hear this one,
brother man. Who is trying to get your guns from you?
Oh, now we going.
Who is trying to get your guns from you?
I'm listening.
See, this is a twofold situation. Democrats trying to get your gun from you for one. They don't have nobody to beat Donald Trump. Really, they don't. As much as you want to think they do, Donald, listen to me. Like him or not, and I say, hey, John, what did I say when he became president? The night he became president, I came on did the show. What I said?
I don't know. You said you were happy.
I was happy. I said, I want y'all to hear this now. I say, shit finna go off the tracks. But I already told y'all, if you're gonna either learn to love me and work with me, or perish without me. I said it.
Yeah.
I said sure. You can put it up on tape. Donald Trump is making it where black folk having to learn to work with each other again. I'm cool with that. He never was gonna do nothing to help us or hurt us. You know what I'm saying? All he's gonna do is make us work together if we done it the right way. The Democrats want your guns. They want control. You and the Republicans trying to take your guns. Tell me when the Republicans try to take your guns, brother.
I hear you. For me, I think it's even deeper than that because they both on the same team.
It's deeper. It's deeper, but we gonna
it's like
we gonna work back. Yeah, but we gonna work to the layers of it all.
Okay,
we gonna work through the layers of it all.
That's true. The Republicans are pro 2A as a collective.
Okay. Here's my issue. They've been trying to make you think the Second Amendment, all of them, been trying to make you think the Second Amendment is about hunting. The Second Amendment is not about hunting.
Nope.
The Second Amendment is a well-regulated militia.
Militia, absolutely.
What is a militia?
Unofficial military. I mean, of the people.
Every able-bodied man between 18 and 40, it falls under militia. But nobody tells you that. See, I ain't got to be no lawyer or no doctor to be able to read in the research.
That's true.
That is 18 to 40. Now, if you're over 40, they don't negate you. It just says those guys from 18 to 40 are the target ones. Do you realize America has the largest standing army on the planet?
Yes.
We got 100 million able-bodied armed citizens. So, you can't control us like you control everybody else. You can't control us with violence.
That's
so you
true.
can't run into our house and control. So you're controlling us with fear.
You got to coerce it. Well, not even promote us to give it up.
Boom! There you go. That's what I wanted to get to. You want us to give it up.
Absolutely.
And the Democrats have been great at getting black folk to give up. See, the Republicans don't even lie to you about how they feel. The Democrats been lying to you for years. Bought to you by Democrats, Section 8. Bought to you by Democrats, homosexuality. Bought to you by, I can go on and on and on.
Food stamps.
See, I can go on and on and on.
John, you don't know.
Hey, yes he do. You know why he know? More white folk.
I'm messing with John.
Come on, man.
More white folk on food stamps than black folk 2-1.
Hey, listen, Dr. Claude Anderson, look him up.
3-1 on Medicaid.
Until we form our own voting block. Until we form our own voting block, I don't care about none of them other parties.
Right, but you know why? Because if we form our own voting block, we are the swing vote. You gotta come see me. You gotta come see me.
But they'll change the rules then.
I don't care.
You gotta understand they like the rules.
They won't need to change the rules because we don't know what we want collectively as a group.
That's
so we can't vote as a block when we got
women that want to vote for her because she's a woman, not because she's a good man. And let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck. You don't care how they feel. I'm the least one to care about how you feel. I speak my piece and I'm ready to fight about mine. And I had a woman tell me the other day, you be talking all that trash, Nate. Somebody go upside your head. If I hit you right now, I say both of us will be hit that day.
Damn.
Both of us hit that day. Both of us gonna be holding our fucking eye. I guarantee you when the police show, hey Dion, hey Dante, hey what it's gonna look like right here.
So, both
when the police show up, look what she did to me, shit. Everybody eye swole.
Everybody eye.
Hey, it's gonna be a wash in court. You better hear me. But the problem is this: we got to be honest. We have no continuity as men and women, as black men and black women in this country. And I heard when I get these black men dogging black men, why would she follow you? She got to follow me. She got one pistol and 50 rounds and an opinion. I know I was trained by some of the best soldiers to ever do soldiering. How to shoot guns. I was taught how to use a knife by a Vietnam vet named Leland Taylor. White dude named Leland Taylor taught me how to use a knife. He said, you don't need a gun. He said, if you want to do it quiet, a knife is always better. And the problem is, these women, I done learned Taibo. You better sit your ass down. He's gonna kill you dead right here. Our women don't listen to nothing we say, never have. And nobody want to hear that because it's true. And I'm gonna ask you this question: tell me when have women of our people been criticized the same as black men? Don't worry, I'll wait. Never in the history of ever.
You said when have they been criticized?
When have they ever been criticized at the same level as black men?
I don't think they needed to, because once you destroy or break down the black man, then by that
It's game over.
Game over.
The black woman as a group then is already weakened as well. They
Right.
don't have enough power, enough stake, enough investment to then make.
But they've told them that they have that,
Right.
and they've weaponized your woman against you. So my thing is,
But do we group them all together? That's
No, we
my
don't.
question.
Not all. That's not for all.
No.
We got a lot of women on the front line for us brothers. A lot of them that understand the system. A lot of them putting in work. Dr. DeGary, Shazad Ali.
Oh, Towers
just to name a few. I mean, so
Yeah.
we have to look for like minds at the same time. And if we are quiet and observant, even the ones, I had one on Facebook that her and some guy was going back and forth about man and woman, and they back and forth. And I was like, hey, that ain't even my type of fight. I don't do man woman.
But no, the reason I made that statement was, until we get our shit together with our woman, is what I'm finna get to. Till we get our shit together with our woman, we gonna stay at odds, because we can't vote as a block unless we have our women.
And that means we got to get our shit together as well.
we got to hold
accountable as well. The level of manhood, the caliber of manhood has been watered down.
We emasculated, we egotistical, we alpha, but we don't own no gas station.
We alpha with no ownership. We're alpha with no control.
That's my question.
How can that work? So that's
my question.
Okay, I got a question to you. How many dudes y'all know? And don't tell me about the one or two you know.
Okay.
Don't tell me about the one or two you know. Tell me about the great, even the ones that call themselves alpha that own something. Them jokers deficient.
You say that again? The
ones that consider themselves alpha and own something are deficient.
Oh no,
I own property. Hold on, I'm gonna help you understand something. I own property. When I was hey John, John, have you ever seen me come into the office and take money from Don King before I fought?
Never, because I was the one that would take it back from you. Just FYI.
Yeah, we understand that from that point of view, but when I say ownership, I'm looking at what we need day to day to survive, like food, gas.
How many guys you know own that?
Spoons.
How many brothers you know own that?
That's why I'm laying it out. That's why I'm laying it out. I don't know none.
Exactly, that's my point. And that don't make them any less man.
There was one guy. Go ahead.
That don't make you any less man. The system is designed for you not to own nothing. No matter how much you try, you can't own nothing for the most part when it comes to that. Or you can own a house or two.
Hey, Nate,
but if you try to...
Nate, I made a comment on Adrian Patrick. He was sort of talking about that on this morning, and I said, look, open your eyes up wide, because they just defined for you what you're worth. Your vote and your life is worth $1,200. That's what you're getting. They defined it. They looked around and they said, how much is everybody's life and their vote worth? $1,200. You know what $1,200 did? It changed Trump from having an unfavorable his entire presidency to the first time. He's now up by 2 points. $1,200 bought it for him, and you guys are getting that $1,200. And he bought your approval rating.
I can't get it.
Hey,
$1,200 for everybody else.
Hey, David,
I'll be paying it. Gladly.
I can't get it either.
You can have it. Money, you can't take this money with you. You can have it.
No, I can't get it neither. But it's okay. We gonna still. I still got some freezers, some steaks in the freezer. So
coming over there.
I talked to David Jones today. David Jones said he refinanced his mortgage, got 3.4, and he said I'm getting $1,200 a little later. He said, "Oh, sorry, David, you won't be getting nothing, unfortunately." Hey, I will be getting that mortgage reduced. You can bank on that paperwork.
I ain't mad at you getting it. We got to take advantage of these little things that we can get.
Hey, they say follow the money. It was some multi-level marketers that told me years ago. And I had a blind ear to them, because when multi-level marketers talk to me, I'm like, they scamming. But in the middle of all lies, there is some truth.
Oh, absolutely.
They told me to read a book called Follow the Money. I never read that book. But today, I'm wishing I would have read that book.
I've been saying follow the money the whole time.
While we distracted, all these stock prices are dropping. American Airlines down around $7 a freaking share.
And what's
You
his
think
name?
they're not going to fly after all of this? You think they're not going to fly again?
Oh, they gonna fly. You gotta go buy you some American Airline stock.
Bitcoin, tricorns, all this stuff, all this information is out there. So if you get stuck in the confusion, you're not seeing the real play. On May 20th, they said the revenue is gonna split, and every $1 you can make $121. Now I'm just hearing all this information. So I imagine all this distractions and fears, somebody gonna be coming up on some money. Yeah, some people gonna die. Some people gonna die.
They got it, but no offense, Dante, right?
Yeah,
Dante. As of last week, you know what the numbers was of people that had died in Jacksonville from COVID-19?
I had to die. What is it?
9.
Wait, it was on a 9?
Somebody else showing me something different, bro.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It was 9 last week. 9.
In Jacksonville?
In Jacksonville, it was 9. We did it last week. And the oldest person was 88. The youngest was 82.
Yeah, that was true.
Now that's consistent with what I read.
Okay, I'm going to show you something else. You ready for this, Hill?
Yeah.
Who, as of what you just heard from that senator, who to say even any of those 9 had COVID?
Had COVID-19. That's true as well.
That's my point. My point is not that there ain't nothing out there.
Oh,
David just made the statement. He said, some people gonna die.
Yeah.
Some people gonna die. And I'm okay with that. Some folk gonna die. I ain't happy about it. But at this point, no offense, 82 to 88, they might have just got their call in from, they got called in for the biggest game in the sky. That was my point.
Yeah, but Nate, from my understanding, and I don't know, so I can't say. I can only listen. But supposedly, the people that will die are the ones with the weak immune systems. They cannot handle the new radiation, the new frequency, or the new whatever that's coming from these towers.
Right.
Now, there was a female, there's a Dr. Sebi Hall that I'm in with over 4,000 something people, and there was a female there that actually supposedly got this corona. She was at the house, locked in, and she is healthy. She don't have no other ailments.
It's 11 right now, Nate.
But when she got this virus,
what's the youngest?
She showed us how sick she was, and she was dragging herself through her house. And she said, if I wouldn't have been healthy, I would not have survived.
Right.
So I'm just simply saying, for those that did not focus on their health and get alkaline and do everything they need to do to take care of your body, which is your temple, this weapon may get your ass. That's all I'm saying.
But David, hold on, wait a minute. Stop it. Let's really be honest. There shouldn't be anything that these motherfuckers is in our government should be putting out to kill us. And let's take that shit off the table right now.
Take syphilis off the table.
Say that again.
I say it shouldn't be nothing they should be putting out here to kill us no how. It shouldn't be.
But
it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
We know historically speaking.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
They've already weaponized medicine, food, and
vaccine. And vaccines.
Tuskegee experiment.
But we know that medicine is preventative care. We have heard nothing about. If you aren't sick right now, then how can you stay in front of this virus? Because
you know why?
Within your body right now, you already have viruses, bacteria,
millions and millions
of natural composition. But that's what the common knowledge doesn't really talk to that. It doesn't speak to that. So when folks hear that, they're thinking like, oh my gosh, wait. And so that ignorance is going to intensify that emotional arousal that the government is doing, that the media, because let me tell you now, the media that's a monster.
The doctor said the best thing.
The most irresponsible vehicles that we have as far as now getting everybody the mass hysteria that it is.
They should all be tried as criminals.
That's what I said. I said we need more responsible media outlets, and then we need more oversight committee that monitors. Because if you're putting out,
find these criminals and they write the law, they enforce the law, they do everything. The only way you can, that's what spiritually is the only help you gonna get.
Nigga, please. The most obvious, that whole line. Now you talking about
what you laughing for, John?
when you talk about Louis Farrakhan, what they're doing right now, they have their own state. They have their own state. You can't talk about that. You can't say that because spiritual ain't gonna just get us there. Because we live in
yeah, but you know what? Let me tell you something. They need to get on that spiritual mumbo jumbo. I've said to my grandma all the time. To my spiritual, he hit me in the face today, Mama. Grandma, he hit me today. He didn't hit my spirit.
It's a balance. Spiritual and physical. It's a balance. Everything is a balance.
Hey, David, boy slapped me and ran me home. I ran in the physical, and spiritually I was broken. My daddy didn't give a damn about that when he beat me that day. He made me go back up.
I tell you what, I can beat anybody's ass in my dreams. I might can't beat you in this reality right here, but in my dreams I will whoop your ass.
But guess what? Guess what? When you wake up, you still gotta live in that
exactly.
reality.
When you wake up, you gotta live in this reality. That is, you gotta take it.
That's why I got SecNet.
Hey, I hear you talking.
I can't wait till I get a tanning on me in blood. You got to be willing to use blood. See, y'all scared to get the chicken and wring his neck and use the blood.
I ain't scared of that. No. I ain't scared of the chicken. I know. Hey, Dante, I know about bearing draws in the backyard. This can't leave the house.
Hey, IET. I know about what they consider voodoo.
And see, they here's the thing about it. Like I said, I grew up in a family where if you sweep my foot with a broom, you gotta let it spit on it.
Mm-hmm. You gotta spit on it.
And I said, well, Grandma, I asked my grandma auntie why. My grandma auntie had to break it down for me as to why. She said because the broom is filled with dirt from the earth, and the dirt from the earth sweeps the man, sweep your feet. She was going to break it all down. And then she went on to tell me, she said, the whole truth behind it is if you don't touch them cracker shit, they ain't gonna put you in jail.
And y'all see that what somebody sent me?
What is that? What did it say?
100,000 in jail.
Yeah, I saw that today too. I saw that.
I don't know if it's real or not. I didn't even.
No, it's just an estimate. But
when the vast majority recover, that's what's not being said.
Yeah, that's what's not being tested. But there's this weird thing about us not testing people. People need to be asking that question.
I don't even believe that.
Dude, let me tell you something. When the AIDS epidemic came, they tested every fucking guy that was even fucking had a sweat over his fucking brow. They dragged him in for an AIDS test and fucking marked him down and put him in a database and shit. On this thing, they're like, fuck, my son got sick. Fucking sick as shit, man. And they went, well, it's probably COVID. Go home.
Thank you.
Call us if it doesn't work. There's something wrong with that, man.
He called in last week. Listen to me, Don.
I was fucking hookers when AIDS first came out. I'm just gonna let y'all know.
Hey, David, but 100,000. Do you know the population of Jacksonville right now?
988,000.
A million something.
Thank you. It's closer to 1 million. So there's the narrative is not being completely, displayed or communicated, and that's the
11 motherfuckers done died. 100,000 of them sick.
Thank you. And most people don't read that deep, and we know that.
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna read that little headline, and then they're gonna either get real anxious,
right,
or nervous.
If I hear one more, let me tell y'all something. They got you sick. Wait a minute, David. They got you standing 6 feet away from. Look, do you realize how good this pussy gonna be done marinated by the time this shit over? It's gonna be falling off the bone.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the response to the person that sent me this. It's all a distraction. Netter, which is NTR. We speak different languages, which means God. Okay. If we are afraid to die, then we will never live. They don't want to set our spirits free. That's the message that I sent. Your spirit is valuable. It's more than $1,200.
Exactly. But Dante, David,
this flesh, bro.
Hey, Dante, David, listen to what I'm saying. Listen, David, listen to me, David. The pussy gonna be falling off the bone. You gotta hear me. It's gonna be unmarinated around time. Hey, you ain't gonna need no. It's gonna be
Look, it's already 3-1, Nate. It's already goddamn it 3-1.
Yes.
It's 1-1 for white guys. 3-1 for you.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
3.4 to 1.
Do you
exactly.
realize? Do you motherfuckers realize how? Just let it wait another week or so. They gonna be in the street like zombies looking for this ding-a-ling. I'm telling you, you better hold on.
Yeah, but these women are so afraid, bro. They afraid of this COVID, bro.
Listen, all this is gonna do, all this is gonna do is make Doggy Style the new missionary.
Well, that here you
I got a lot of. Hey, Dave, I've been watching. I've been writing jokes nonstop. So this shit's.
I'm about to say you got time on your hands. Huh?
Nate, the joke. When I was in grassroots, the joke that I had thought of just before that was this: if you love your woman so much, you would get her name tattooed on your dick. You see where my mind be? Yeah.
I'd have about 10 fucking chicks' names on my dick.
Oh Lord!
Every woman you done slept with, Nate, you got to put the name tattooed on your dick. What's that been married?
I've been married twice. What the hell is you talking about?
Wouldn't that reduce the number of women?
Hey,
or at least the font size.
Be real intentional about that thing.
Hey,
font,
that would be a way to do it, though.
And that's the way to start semen retention. I got 118 days. I might get 12 years that way. You feel me?
Oh, you in 118 days? Well,
yes, sir.
About 14 days.
You got 14 days?
I went longer than both of y'all, but if I ain't got to, I would have.
Oh, no, I ain't doing it right now.
No, I needed that spiritual growth, bro.
Yeah, I was manifesting at that time.
I want to astral project.
I was definitely.
Hold on. Can I say something, y'all? Fuck y'all. And that manifesting. I manifested a world title. That was the only reason I was gonna not fuck. John David. Hey, John.
But you manifested.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
John David looked at me like this here. Hey, look at me, Dante. John David looked at me and said, "Look here, nigga." He put some 4 fingers out there. That meant I had 4 weeks to my fight. I said, okay, I got you, coach. Okay,
but you got it, didn't you?
All 3.
So you manifested that thing. And man, you ain't a god if you can't manifest. You not a god if you can't create. So I'm just, but I ain't gonna drop some.
But Dante, I don't really know what you know, but I'm anxious to hear it. And you just said you're not a god if you can't manifest. Because we got Easter coming up. So I would like to hear your view.
Come on now. So you also not. So I always ask this question: imagine living on a planet your whole life and you learn nothing about it. So
I was almost there.
When you start talking about those type of, let's say, religion, that is an explanation for like your natural occurrences that people had to give. That's the easiest way to really give lessons. So I'm going to associate a story to it. So when you start talking about what it really means, okay, the sun went up here, the moon did this, am I in? That's really what you're trying to communicate, but you're putting it on a way that is easily digestible to the human consciousness. So, because if you're speaking from a human lens, that's as far as your limit. That's
right. You have to your breath of life is only how far you can see. Actually,
yeah. So now we had to make sure that we could try to conceptualize the spiritual realm with human limits, and that's some of the easiest ways and most direct ways that we can do that.
Right.
With stories. So I don't really now just go with the whole Easter story, but
I know the Easter story, so
I know the background. Yeah, I was raised in a Christian faith as well, so I know the story out of the Bible, but I also know really. I can trust
the Babylonian story of Ishtar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta realize something.
Get the spirits.
It's different for me, Dante. I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off. It's different for me because I actually preached this. I was ordained minister at 22 in the Kojic church. Mm-hmm. So Easter was our Christmas.
That's it. Yeah.
Easter was our Christmas.
But Nate, my only thing is this. Just like the doctor said that you had us listen to, fear. Because of fear, people don't even explore these other stories. They won't even listen to it and evaluate it with logic. If it predates something that you said, they won't even go back as far as they can go.
Nope.
You see what I'm saying? So you are stuck in someone else's programming. If you never step outside and start programming yourself, then you are operating off of someone else's program. Absolutely. And that's okay, as long as you know where you are.
Right. As long as you accept it.
Right. As long as you accept that. Let me tell y'all something. Imagine me, someone who reads as much as I read, having to go into a church and preach what I had to preach, but still be conflicted in my actual inner man, because I'm like, wait a minute, let's really be real about this. You can't tell me that there was a ark and that the world was destroyed, but the pyramids outdate the story that you're telling me about. Mm-hmm. And there's no watermarks in the pyramid. I had a problem with that. Mm-hmm. And because I had a problem with it, it made it, to me, I felt like I was ineffective as a minister. But because I can get the house hot. I can make it I can get the house hot. Mm-hmm. You understand me? So after the sermon was over, the prophets was bigger. Come on. And nobody want to talk about that part of it. So, but I still use the Bible to get my point across. Here's my favorite thing I say. I said it the other week. I said everybody was laughing at Noah when he was building the ark. Then it started to rain. You got that part of it? Mm-hmm. And I said, a lot of me and my friends been trying to tell people about what was going on, and they didn't want to listen. Now it's starting to rain.
See what I mean? Or I can do you another one and say, what if I said, as a man thinketh? What would you say?
So is he.
So is he, right? So now, that's from Proverbs. In the metaphysical, though, I'm telling you, the thoughts that you put in your mind, your diet, what are you really consuming every day? Is it positive self-talk or is it negative self-talk? If that is true, whichever way, your body's going to begin to manifest that, which then means your reality is going to start manifesting.
And that's on a metaphysical level.
And you create your own reality.
But I just went and tied that right into a scripture right out the Bible. So who's right and who's wrong if we had to debate? Okay, what is the meaning behind that one very powerful and very profound scripture? You know what I mean? So it's like I get what you mean when you say I can still use that, but now I'm like I said, I've transcended to not only think about things from a earthly human perspective.
An agape, or what they call an agape situation.
Yeah. So now I'm trying to tap in my God-like energy, so now I can kind of comprehend, with some God energy.
And truth be told, you really came. And the problem for me was when I realized that I was a God. To say that I was a God was frowned upon. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I said I am a God. If you telling me that we are sons of God, that would mean that I am a God.
Created if my father is likeness of.
Right. If my father's a God, even if I ain't a God right now.
Thank you. That means my lineage
is godly.
Come on, man.
And when you say that, and you say that to one of the people that's so heavenly bound,
right?
But no earthly good.
Oh, they gonna shake.
Oh,
but the challenge is, how do we cultivate others to entertain this type of thinking?
They see, and that's what got me started when I saw your post. Man, I don't even think that's our responsibility. I don't even think that's our role. I think our role is to lead by example.
Boom. Because you know why? We can't save it. We can't save nobody.
Thank you.
You can, and there's an old saying that I love to use: "Let the dead bury the dead." I stop fighting. Every time you see me post something, David, if you listen to it, it's basically me saying, "Let the dead bury the dead." I was into this lady was into it with me and telling me I was crazy for talking about COVID-19, the way these people dying out here. Now I'm armed with all this knowledge. She just armed with the news done told her. I understood that part. So I had to pull back. You crazy about? I said, you know what? I posted and tagged in it. I refuse to argue with a woman got one gun and 50 rounds and an arm with an opinion. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna waste my time and debate with you with your 50 rounds, 2 magazines, 1 pistol, and 2 hours of shooting lessons over there at the gun range.
And you don't read on your leisure.
I read.
I said I'm not debating with nobody that don't. Mm-hmm. You don't even read consistently. Come on.
Look here. You see this here? Y'all see this?
Oh, let's get it. We can go ahead and do a little book exchange real quick.
No, dude. Let me tell you. Hold on. I want y'all to hear this. Let me make sure y'all got this up. Y'all see this here? Y'all see this?
Yes,
this
sir.
right here. This is. Yeah, bro. This Bible was given to me. I'm finna blow you away. This Bible was given to me April 26, 2010 from Liberty Church pastor Bishop Lipscomb. You know what I mean?
Why you ain't giving it to TD Jakes? Because he got to stay in his house.
Here you go.
He's straight here, bro.
He needs a new jet, man. 65 minute jet.
Hey, but you
Jesus is looking for real soldiers. He don't want no scared niggas on the front line.
But you get what I'm saying, Dante. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying when I say if you know anything about Liberty Church is also a college, Liberty College.
Okay.
And the pastor of the church.
I know they was connected.
Woo! I went and preached in 2010, September 26th. Roy Jones was there. The room was packed. It was packed. I'm talking about, dude, they gave me $700 for each time I preached. I preached 3 times. I told somebody, I said, I am in the wrong line of work.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what that
money. Boy, look here. And somebody said, Nate, somebody say, Nate, man, why you won't just go ahead and just go with the flow and you say because of your platform you can reach so many people. I say, nah. Right, man. Y'all, anybody know me, man? I'm too vocal. Mm-hmm. I'm too vocal. I say the kind of stuff that I offend on purpose. I offend on purpose and hope you want to fight me.
Oh Lord, here you go.
I be looking for a sparring partner.
Before we run out of time, though, Dante, can you share anything on lucid dreaming and astral projection?
Can I? I mean, for like the regular, like a common person, like a foundation.
You know, listen to me.
Stop using fluoride because fluoride is one spot. You know, make sure you kind of check your fluoride levels in your water.
So you
really trying to get that level. And Tom's does have that's a brand of toothpaste. Now they have a fluoride free line, but they also I think have been bought out. So
I'm not asking for the person that knows. I'm trying to see if you think there's anything that would prompt people to research these two things. That's what I'm trying to see. For those that never heard the word before, those that don't know what it means.
Well, wait a minute. I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna help you out with this one. Even if y'all don't call it lucid dreaming, for all you ones that on here that are in the church, to see dreams or to see visions while you sleep. That's what that means. That's my gift.
Yeah, and you actually
that personal.
You actually manifest
but
it.
You can control, So
you manifest. And the thing that's been happening since going into 2020 is we've been manifesting almost in real time.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's getting kind of scary.
Well, no, it's not scary. It's not scary. But if people that read the Bible will tell you, the Bible said in the last days, there should be prayers. It talks about it. They say, your sons and daughters shall dream dreams. Your son, daughter should see visions. Your son shall dream dreams. It said it. Those things that you're talking about, I'm talking about now, are deeper than just the Bible, because the Bible took that. They took that from another. They took that from our story.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you also have to know, Nate, most people are literal with the Bible. They don't decode it. They don't understand that that book is talking about them.
Well, they don't. I didn't know that for years. I know this is our story. And the problem is, the reason I don't rock with the Bible with most people, because they're talking from a white point of view.
Yes.
And I have a problem when especially if you go to all these churches. In these churches, they're still speaking from a white point of view.
But Nate, I believe that our non-melanated brothers and sisters, they really know this information. But it's been perverted in a way. That's why your middle name is Nat Turner.
Actually, my middle name
they were gonna. But you got Nat Turner on your title on Facebook.
Right, but here's what you got to remember. It's not about them knowing it. See, you can know you're going to like this, David. If you listen, you're going to love it. It's one thing for you to be able to read something and know it through knowledge, but to have a DNA connection to it. You understand me? Mm-hmm. To be connected to it in your DNA is totally different. See, that's what makes you a king. What makes you a king is what's in your DNA. It has nothing to do with them giving you a title.
Yes.
Right. And I understand what you're saying, but what conflicts me is if you were to put astral projection on YouTube, the majority of the people that's going to come up are our non-melanated brothers and sisters.
And guess what? If you put rock and roll, if you put rock and roll
from us.
Wait a minute, Dante. If you put rock and roll, King of Rock and Roll on the internet too, a white person gonna come up. But we know it was a black woman that innovated the licks that was on the guitar. We understand it was Chuck Berry that gave you the first rock and roll hits. We know it was Little Richard that. Come on now, stop that, man.
Well, David, so I think because I battled with this when I first got back from college, my undergrad degree. And I did everything right. They told me to do this, do that, come back, get a degree, and then I was still struggling. The bottom line are the fruit that you bear. So when we talk about, especially those of us that are, the metaphysics, and we talk about astral projection, and we talk about manifestation, we need to show people. People have to be able to see the fruit, be able to bite into it. And actually, we speaking that to say, hey, this is how I got this. The ones that talk this language, one, either don't look, they don't have any allure to them. So you're not attracting anybody into that lifestyle. So either you're closed off, or you're reclusive, or your life doesn't necessarily show me that you're really manifesting. Or you're not manifesting wealth. Like, it's good to turn the other cheek. It's good to say, my kingdom and my riches are actually in heaven. I'm here. People want to see the manifestation right
there. You go.
And that's why they're not yielding that type of fruit. They're not really going to buy into that lifestyle. And so
that's the trick. That's the trick. That's the trick, Dante.
That's what I'm working on. I want to make talking about manifestation and divinity look damn good. That's what I want.
But that's the trick. That's the trick. You ready for the trick?
Of course.
After being world champion, John sitting over there, I'll tell you right now, I was world champion. I was making 7 figures every time I walked in the ring. Well, 6 figures. I making 6 figures, high 6 figures when I walked in the ring. I still drove a 69 Chevy truck. I had an 82 Corvette. I ain't had nothing new. My wife had a new car. She had a Nissan Armada, brand new. I ain't do nothing new. Somebody said, man, he can't have no money. He can't be making no money because he ain't got no Rolex. He can't handle this and he can't handle that because he ain't got that. And I looked at him, I said, the problem is we don't look at the part of the man that really matters. I understand that. I understand about having money, and that is the allure. That's why everybody want to be Beyonce and Jay-Z, because they got so much money. But the problem is, all I really wanted to manifest was happiness. All I really wanted to manifest was happiness.
And most people do.
But let me tell you something. The more money I had, the more miserable I was.
And And that's gonna be our fight. That's gonna be what we gotta.
I don't know. You program your mind to do and be whatever you want it to be.
That's absolutely true.
I've been programming my mind because I come from lack, nothing, and people that do not speak positivity. So I had to program myself to be what I am. Now, I don't flaunt nothing that I have. In fact, I don't want people to know what I have. But you mentioned the fruit.
Yes.
The fruit, which is very, very important. And
about a fruity bear.
Because a lot of people follow other men. They put other men on a pedestal before themselves. And I simply ask them, the man that you are following is not making you produce in your own personal life. If you are struggling in your own personal life, why subscribe to another man? You might as well subscribe to yourself. Absolutely. And if I was that man that was leading you and you wasn't producing nothing, you wasn't creating nothing, you wasn't building nothing, I would be disappointed in you. I wouldn't even want you to say my name. So COVID-19 got everybody at home, right? So I've been trying to get in the garden for forever. So I just started gardening. Boom. There's a concept, called companion planting, companion fruits.
Companion fruit, meaning you put them together. So you put them together so they grow better.
So they grow better. There's also fruits and vegetables that don't grow
at all.
That grow well in close quarters.
Right.
So when you say
oranges and I know citrus fruit and okra don't do well together from what I've been told.
They might need the same. They might take the same soil nutrients out of the earth. They might just come back. They might draw the opposite flies to or bugs to the vegetable or the fruit. So I think, David, that's important to understand. Like, we got to interrogate our circle enough to know, does this person promote my growth or are they stunting my growth? And that's absolutely true. And that's absolutely true. Also, on what you were saying, if you're quiet, right? Because I respect it. If you're quiet and nobody really sees, they hear you maybe every now and then, right? But over here on this end, we got this news outlet, this IG post, or this Facebook status that's getting 50,000 shares, 50,000 likes. Like, what do you think people's programming is going to gravitate towards?
So the big numbers. The big numbers.
You know what I mean? So even though I get, peace, I'm with that. Protect your own peace at all costs. But at some point, we got to make some noise to show.
We got to make racket.
It look good and it feel good on this side too. Mm-hmm. And without being, boastful,
gratuitous.
But you gotta pull people in because you're not a leader if you don't have people following you. So at that point, we're trying to flip people. We're trying to get people to think differently, have a paradigm shift. We have to show them why it's worthwhile for them to make that shift.
And perfect example. I'm gonna say this right quick about what he just said. I want to piggyback on what you said. John is sitting over there. He can attest to this. Tell me more than anything else you remember about Don King. What's the one thing you remember about him more than anything? Come on, guys.
That's a tough question.
Not you, John. Not you, John.
Okay, but
my thing I love about Don King is,
I ain't say love about him. You love about him.
No,
I'm saying what I love from him.
Stop telling me about your love about him. Tell me what you remember about him first.
Okay, let me answer that first, Nate.
No.
Nate,
I remember his hair.
Nate,
I remember his hair.
Yeah,
his hair.
Let me tell you this.
Now, can I say what I love that he said?
Wait a minute. No, I'm trying to make a point.
Go ahead.
Trying to make a point.
What?
The reason, John, I was saying that wasn't for you. I was telling you, I asking these two guys. His hair, and his hair was designed to make you look at him.
Exactly.
His hair was designed to make you pay attention to him. His hair was his crown. So the reason that I say that is because when I started boxing, nobody was paying me no attention. So nobody was paying me no attention. I was knocking guys out left and right. Nobody cared about that. The only ones that cared about it were the ones that had to fight me. Nobody else cared about me because I went 19 fights with I was 17-0 or 19-0 with no promoter, and I had 17 knockouts. They didn't want nothing to do with me until they realized they had to fight me. When I started speaking for myself and talking loud and saying, he can't beat me. I'll fight him. So what he said is 100% true. If you ain't making a little noise, ain't nobody paying you no attention.
Right. Now, what I love that Don King said, and see, I'm an entertainer and an actor and a comedian. He said, set yourself on fire. The world will watch you burn. I don't know if he was the originator of that or not, but that's what he said.
Now, I'll tell you what he said, David. I literally was having this conversation with my wife this morning. It was funny you guys are talking about it. I had this discussion, and I said to her, look it, man, we're talking about the internet. We're talking about all these preachers and everybody that's doing it. We're talking about the preacher in Tampa that want people to come back to church. You know why? Because he wants that money still in the till. But here's the thing. This is what Don King said, and this is a quote from him because I heard him say this much. All press is good press. Just some press is better than others. Don't forget that. I'm a promoter of the people, for the people, by the people. All press is good press. Just some press is better than others. And if you don't forget that as a promoter, then you'll embrace every bit of promotion that comes through. You know, when Holyfield beat Tyson, and Tyson bit Holyfield's ear, I was there ringside, and I remember saying to myself, "Oh shit, that's the end of our company." And we got back to the office, and Tyson was pissed. He was banned. Holyfield had his ear bit, and Don King was grinning quietly, going, "Boy, fuck, I can't wait for the third fight of this one, man. You're gonna turn that shit around, man." And it didn't happen because Tyson went off the rails. But the third fight would have been bigger than the second and the first fight. Anytime controversy happens, no matter what it is, you got to act like you're pissed. But shit, man, it's the best thing. All press is good press. Just some press is better than others. I heard him say that 50 times in that conference room.
Sarnetta TV. Tariq Nasheed, Hidden Colors. Our people are making noise. There's people making noise. Why did somebody send me something from P. Diddy about Revolt TV and the people he had up being on this panel, and they've done panels before on Revolt TV, were none of our scholars and our teachers that teach in universities, because they said we was in a state of emergency.
Yeah, because his job is to keep us distracted.
Yeah, we gotta
make noise. So they put the people we want to see on these channels. But the problem is, or mainstream media. But you know who Angela Rye is. You know who she is. You know what she about. You understand what she's about. You understand what Puffy's about. Puffy, come on, man. Rock the Vote had nothing to do with us voting. It was about us voting for the person he wanted us to vote for. Right. Come on, man. Y'all, dude, let me tell you something. All I'm saying is Dr. Claude Anderson made it to the Breakfast Club. I thought I would never see that. When everybody say I thought I never would have seen a black president, I thought I would never see Dr. Claude Anderson on the Breakfast Club. He been doing it since the 50s. He been doing it since the 50s. Let me help you understand something. Let me help y'all understand something. Dante, man, listen to me. You know why I don't get involved with all these groups around town? And I know a lot of y'all involved with them. You know why I don't get involved with these groups around town? Because they going to say something, and I'm going to call them on it, and they going to get their feelings hurt, and they going to want, and I'm all about that action. So I come from a place where men do what men do even when nobody's looking.
That's integrity.
You know what I'm saying? I was taught to do what I do even when nobody's looking. Somebody asked me, said, man, why do you just keep getting up, going to the gym? Why do you keep doing that? I said, because I don't need nobody to know what I'm doing. Oh, but you're on Facebook and you post it. I said, I don't post the most important stuff on Facebook. I post the stuff I want you to see.
Yeah.
And I'm at a place in my life where I don't care that you know about everything I do. But the problem is we want to be, I don't want to be Jay-Z. I don't want to Beyonce. I don't want that. What I do want is the best for every black man and white black woman that look like me. Mm-hmm. And I understand that. Listen to me, David. And I understand that we're at an impasse right now. And for me, until somebody when I call black men out, whenever I call black men out on the post, don't nobody say shit. And I'm going to say it like I want to say it. When I call black men out for being fuck boys, don't nobody say shit. But when I call black women out for being fuck girls, black women get mad. Dude, I'm going to say it till the clock stop turning. We got to be willing to be able to call each other out on our bullshit in order for us to have some good conversations and fix the shit that's wrong.
I completely agree. If I can add on to that, it cannot stop with the criticism. If we're not attaching ourselves at the hip for that person to also resolve that issue or provide a solution for that or address that concern, then we're just as bad as mass of them. So it has to be bigger than just the criticism. It has to be bigger than just me saying I'm holding you accountable because I'm pointing out your flaws, but I got to provide some resources to make sure that, hey, because I'm on your side, that you get better. Like,
but here's the problem.
Then you got to call it, Nate.
Hey, you can't keep getting hit in the chin, and I'll be like, hey,
answer the call. Answer the call. Let me tell you something before the caller come on. I'm gonna say this here. If you can't take the criticism, ain't no way to get to the other place. You gotta be, dude. I had a coach tell me one time.
Absolutely.
I had a coach tell me one time, say your left hook is shitty. Can you imagine? I got 9 knockouts out of 10 wins, and he told me my left hook was shitty. And now I had to be willing to take that criticism to get to the place of having a great left hook. So our problem is we got to be willing. We got to accept the critique and say, now how do I fix it?
I agree.
Who goes there?
What up, Nate? This is Angelo, man. Y'all doing a hell of a show tonight, man. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, Angelo, man. Thank you, man. Angelo, man. Angelo, me and Angelo been talking on Facebook for a while, and we talked today. Angelo, we was talking about purchasing property in other places. That's what I'm talking about doing. And
yes.
And I'm gonna throw it up there right quick. My problem with us is we are not willing to go to other places and start from the gristle, as my mama say.
That's true.
Well, the thing is that fear. You know, we got to get rid of all that fear we got. You know, we've been taught fear. Fear ain't nothing natural. Fear is something that's taught. And so our biggest problem is we fear, and then we don't trust each other, and that make us not want to work together. And that's the problem. That's why I keep saying, you know, Democrats, Republicans, they two wings on the same bird.
Yeah, same bird.
A lot of folks don't like what I say. Like they get mad when I criticize Obama. I'm like, how the hell you got the House and the Senate and you can't pass nothing? I don't understand.
Boy, they don't like you, boy. Somebody say his hands was tied. Tied well.
It's watered down. When you do pass it, it's fucked up because the insurance companies wrote the damn Obamacare Act. So I don't understand, you know. And then I look at, you know, these people like Trump supporters. I mean, all this shit is geared towards bringing us apart. I mean, if the working class efforts unite, we'd be a motherfucker in this country.
Yes,
man.
we would. But the problem is, Angelo, the problem is if the working class got together, and all for the working class to get together, that means we got to actually admit that there's a problem.
Exactly.
Nobody wants to admit it's a problem. Everybody want to sit up there and say, well, okay, that's an exception, but this problem has been going on for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and people don't realize you got, you know, the strength of your society, your community, is the weakest part of your community.
The weakest, the what? Say that again, Angelo.
Yeah. I said, I don't know, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all out here telling the truth.
Angelo, did you say the weakest part of your community?
Is what?
The weakest part of your community is the most essential part of your community because that lets you know what the problems are in your community.
Exactly.
If you always gloss over it, your community gonna fall every time.
So, listen to me. Hey, John, what did I say last week? And I said it again. I said America has come to an impasse now. The weakest link in America is the black family. The black family has been tied down to the rails and ran over by the train for 400 years. And the greatest, the ninth, maybe 10th largest economy in the world is the black family, is the black man and woman. So if that's the case, you owe us 40 acres and a mule. Why not give it to us and let us pull this country out of the place it's in, and not only pull them out, pull back your troops out of the places where they are. They ain't got no business being. That's money you ain't got to spend. You understand me? Tell the people that owe you money, you want your money. You want to fix your economy?
We'd rather throw you $1,200 and see how that goes.
Whoa. Dante, put Dante up again.
That.
I want to see your face when I say that. Dante, you ready for this, hell? Bullshit. China bought some mysterious debt. Let me tell you something. Ain't no way in hell America broke and still paying for all the shit they paying for in aid. So you got to stop and think about that. But see, we talking about the deficit, which is a made-up fucking number. The deficit do what it wants. The deficit,
it does what it wants.
Did Dante say? I don't think Dante
print money to fix it.
Was broke.
He did.
I didn't say we was broke. I said we got some debt that we got to handle.
Dude, if you pull back if I pull, listen to me, Dante. If I'm over there stopping the motherfucker kicking your door in, I say, you know what? I'm leaving, but before I leave, I need all that oil you owe me. I'm leaving, but I need all that liquor you owe me. I'm leaving, but I'm gonna need that gold you owe me. You ain't got no debt. We're an empire. You know what makes America?
Money for America.
Look,
hey, what makes America? What makes America an empire?
Money for America. They're gonna monster Musa.
Hey, what makes America? What makes America an empire is the very reason it's an empire is the reason it can't be in debt like that. But the problem is, we tell you we broke. They tell you we broke. They tell you we broke. So, hey, David, man, come on, hold on. They tell you we broke. They tell you we broke for this one reason, so that they consistently keep their hands in your pockets.
Hey, America print money, man. America,
we ain't got no debt.
We got money. Loan them print machines work. We got money.
Dude, they just printed $2 trillion. That was printed money, by the way. You know that, right?
Print money, baby.
And guess what? We're gonna.
And I want y'all to know something. I'm gonna share something deep, even though I didn't want to do this.
He's talking about even though I want to do it.
America is getting ready to get manufacturing back. The reason why they're getting it back is because robots are going to be doing the manufacturing. They don't have to worry about poisoning people and paying wages because robots are going to do the manufacturing.
I mean,
put your money in manufacturing in America.
Talk about AI, the advancement of AI. I agree with that, but first off, America is not the manufacturing giant right now. China is, and China's brought more stake in Africa than probably any other country. So,
but here's what you mean.
Outside of Africa, China's probably got more stake in, say, the Caribbean.
Yeah,
and
but
Africa.
they spread too thin. But that spread. Here's what you gotta remember. How many you play chess?
Yeah, I play chess.
All right then, God damn it, let's play a little chess. You don't put your pawns out there too far where they isolated, ain't you?
Yeah.
Guess what? China just did. It's one thing about having a billion people, and having a million man army. But what they're already doing is they're already starting upheaval in these countries. These countries are starting to. One thing about them African countries, them motherfuckers will fight you back eventually.
Nah, I definitely.
They will fight you back. And one thing, China gonna fuck around there and be like France and England and all the motherfuckers once was. Know what they once was? Spread too thin. And they gonna fuck around there and be spread too thin. Think about every country that ever went into Africa and tried to glean everything out of Africa. What happened to them? Whatever happened to Belgium? Them motherfuckers back in Belgium. They ain't fucking around in Africa no more. Look at France. France they got 14 countries. They stick money up, but the problem is black folk all around the world are starting to wake up. They starting to wake up and arm themselves. And you ain't gonna bomb this shit because you still need the shit underneath the ground.
Did you send me the article today, Nate, about the WHO guy getting pissed about France wanting to do their test trials for their vaccine?
No, I sent that to you. I sent that to you.
Oh shit! Oh shit, man, that was crazy.
You said the World Health Organization.
Yeah, and the guy went crazy because France, the two scientists said, "Well, we're going to test it. In Africa first."
He said,
we're not sure about it.
He said, "What the fuck you gonna test?" He said, "What the fuck you gonna test in Africa?"
Shit,
as a matter of fact, they told China and France don't bring their ass over there.
And Africa has some of the lower numbers.
Well, Dante,
they got some countries with no cases.
Dante and whoever else, can I ask a question?
Oh, absolutely. I like questions.
Who took the manufacturing jobs out of the United States?
Bill Clinton.
Okay, so it was somebody,
Democrat.
it's somebody in the United States that did it. And more than likely, a team of our non-melanated brothers, as we understand it, until the melanated, educated people that are supposedly hidden using our non-melanated brothers for decoys, until they are revealed, we have to say that there are non-melanated people that did it. So if they were able to take it out of the country, would it be logical that they then too can bring it back into the country?
Yes, and it
is logical.
Oh, yeah, no, it's absolutely logical. But it's from a business standpoint, is it probable? I think that's something.
Yes. They're already driving. They already got them driving trucks.
Yeah, but David said it earlier. They're not going to bring it back and give us jobs. They're going to bring it back and give it to .com guys to come up with robots to make N95 masks. Trust me, 3M's making them in China. Fucking next year, they're going to have a machine that stamps out those N95s 2 million a day. Trust me.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm going to give you something, Dante. I love what you said, Dante. Dante, you know what Bill sent our jobs overseas? I was working at Winn-Dixie Warehouse. NAFTA. Bill Clinton sent our jobs over there, and you ain't peeled the orange from Florida since. You have not eaten a Florida orange since. You done drunk some orange juice, but you ain't peeled the orange since. I'm going to give you one. Yang. Y'all remember Yang? The guy Yang that was running for the Democratic Party?
Yeah. Andrew Yang.
Andrew Yang said by 2053 there won't even be the average number of the black money the black family will be making is zero.
Income is zero. Yeah.
Right. That the basic thing that I wanted people to walk away with is this: the same people that took the manufacturing away can bring the manufacturing back.
But they ain't gonna give it up.
First, they had to figure out how to remove the human element.
Right.
There you go.
They have now figured out how to remove the human element. When I took an acting class with Bill Dukes in Miami 3-4 years ago, he said, I'm not going to teach y'all acting today. I'm going to teach you the business of acting. He said, because pretty soon the machines are going to replace you. The script writers are going to be replaced. He said, what used to take a room full of people to write a script in 12 to 24 hours, a machine will spit it out in less than 30 minutes. So he said it was important to make sure you stay in front of the machines. So the only way I see to do that is to be somewhat invested or to be creating and come up with something. If somebody else got a solution, I'm open to learn.
I'm with you on that.
Well, all we got to do is grow our own food, learn solar power. Dante, we need somebody teaching solar power. Because if I had solar power, I wouldn't be worried about a thing. I got a well. All I need is solar power.
Yeah, but you saw what was on the ballot, David. You guys saw what was on the ballot the last time. That solar initiative, that was such a scumbag move by these guys that drafted that ballot initiative, because what that ballot initiative said, it is crazy what they wrote. But what it was saying was, so you get solar power pushed into your house, right? Well, you put solar panels on your roof, right? You put the solar panels on, and you push out power in the middle of the day because the sun's shining bright, and you're pushing in reverse into the grid, right? So your meter goes the other way. That ballot initiative said, no. You can use all the power you want, but the meter's not going the other way. The meter's only going in, not out. Right. And who the fuck you think spent $30 million on that shit? FP&L put all that money in to suppress solar power. Because you know what would happen if we all put solar panels on our house, which we could in this state?
And we put them out of business.
You can't share with your neighbors. You get it.
You think those oil guys are warriors? Those fucking power guys those power guys, when that day came in solar, they would blow up that fucking Turkey Point power plant and nuke the whole state before they let you have solar panels on your house and get free power. Trust me.
I'm telling you, hey, listen. Y'all know that I'm like my man Angelo just came on the phone. I'm looking to buy property like in the desert. Somebody said, why the desert? I'm like, shit, because they ain't gonna come out there. I'm gonna dig a well, and they ain't coming out there. They don't want shit out in the desert. They don't want anything. You can grow, but you can grow, dude. If you scoop you scoop off so many inches of topsoil and put down a piece of bisqueen and fill it with dirt, you can grow what you want to grow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can definitely do that.
And dig down to the aquifer wherever you are. It's down there somewhere. It's just how far you got to dig.
And I told the guy that. I say, I just want to get away from. I want to get off. When I say off the grid, I want to build my own little tower to pick up my signals on my property, and I don't want to come out for nothing.
Well, Nate, you know when you say all that, it sounds like you are worth more alive than you are dead.
I've been telling you that the whole time.
You don't want somebody to tell you they ain't gonna kill you. They making money off you, baby. You an investment.
But what I'm trying to say,
nowhere.
But what I'm telling you is that you talking about I'm prepared. No, I'm not preparing to die. I'm trying to go get I'm trying to go out in these woods and wilderness and get me a woman out yonder where we have a whole bunch of kids to farm that land. You gotta have a problem here. I got a plan.
We need you here as a taxpayer, bro.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
That comes from Congressman David Emanuel of the 36th District.
I'm going to be one for Master to go catch them slaves.
Hey, Dante.
Yeah.
Hey, Dante.
Nigga, you ain't getting
let every man work out his own soul salvation with fear and trembling. Work out your own thing, baby.
Oh, that's by yourself.
By yourself. I'm gonna go out here to the woods. I'm gonna tell you, I want to be on the backside of hell where ain't nobody coming.
You talking about?
I mean it. Yeah, I want to be able to walk outside and shoot my guns. I'm talking about. Look, man. I'm in a place in my life where I don't want house, car. I don't want pool. I done had it. I don't want it no
government. I'm willing to go and capture Nate with y'all.
Here you go.
Solar power and all the amenities that I have come to love. I do not want to give up my comfort. I will make y'all aware of all his movements.
That's exactly why I'm not telling you shit.
Look, the spook. Now he the spook.
Hey, it's spooking in the car.
The spook that's sitting by the well, goddamn.
And then, and the sad part about it is, David spoke a truth just then. That's why you can't get these black folk to stand up and fight for themselves. They don't want to lose their comfort. They rather have comfortable slavery than have some uncomfortable freedom.
Right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, it was. I watched the Netflix. It was called A Platform, man. So essentially, we had different people at different levels, and in the middle, they're sending down food. So, obviously, the closer you are, the more food that you got. The further away you are, you ain't getting no food. It's like 300 levels. So once they get to like 50, it's empty. So you got one person that's trying to tell people like, hey, how about we just eat enough food and not just pig out so that everybody below us can have something to eat. Man, people like, man, I ain't doing that shit. And that's like our mindset. People
exactly
sacrifice, and you could call it whatever, communism, socialism, whatever it is, but that type of, hey, I'm just going to take kind of what I need to just ensure that the person under me at least has a decent quality of living, man, we ain't trying to hear that.
Hey, well, Dr. and Nate, let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think, as black men, I know it's next to impossible for us to unite. We got so many, and I'm having deja vu right now. I'm having deja vu right now telling y'all this. And this is digitally trademarked, so nobody steal this. I know I'm not in most people's circle, but then they not in my dot. That's how close I am. But can we get together and at least formulate an agreement to master solar power, to have HVAC trained people, to get people in plumbing?
Amen on that one.
Get our people in electricity.
We got a white guy. We got a white guy named John who does this show called Experience of Galaxy with Nate Campbell. His son is an HVAC. He'll come teach you anything you want to know for college.
Yeah, but let me tell you about HVAC. What you talk about replacing manufacturing jobs. So here's a statistic. I read this article 3 years ago when JJ came from South Florida and came up here. So he was going to go to college. He's a smart kid, but he fucked around in his senior year. And I go, pfft. And his mom, his grandmother put together a bunch of money in another fund for college and everything. And I said, you're not going to spend your grandmother's money, dude. You're going to go learn a trade. And we spent $5,000, and he went to that Broward school, and he learned AC, and he fucked around in a couple jobs down in South Florida, but learned it and worked a couple years and worked his ass off. And he came here, and he's worked 2 years. He works for Jack's Refrigeration. Now he's a smart kid. You know, Nate knows him pretty well. Nate's known him since he was a little kid.
Yeah, 12 years old.
Yeah, he made $98,500. He's 24 years old. But when I told him 3 years ago, I said, JJ, read this article. It's Wall Street Journal said, look at all the manufacturing jobs for air conditioning. The manufacturing jobs. There's like less than 40,000 or 30,000, and they just moved Carrier, and Trump said all this stuff. But there's 275,000 jobs for air conditioning guys because the population of America has moved south. So they've moved into, there's 270, and at any one time during the market, there are about 50 to 80,000 jobs open. When JJ applied for his job up here, I wrote the resume. I said, dude, let me write this resume. I wrote him the resume. I sent the resume out to about 15 jobs. You know that 14 out of 15 called him within an hour, begging him to come and work. All of them competing against each other. Jack's Refrigeration started him at 25. Then he worked there a week. They said 26, and 3 years later he makes $32 or $33 an hour. And I say to them, man, pay attention to that shit, because those guys are few and far between. And like guys like JJ, they drug test them. They got to be strong. They got to be fairly smart. And you know, the drug testing cuts out about 75% of those white guys that JJ hangs out with. So there's very few guys out there, and those air conditioning jobs and those other trade jobs like that, there are so many of them out there that people could get and be productive. $98,000 is pretty damn good for a 24-year-old kid with a 1 year education, man. That was the smartest thing I ever did in my life, man. Ever did in my life.
John, unfortunately, a lot of us are not like Nate. I gotta salute Nate, because Nate is hard-nosed with everybody. And a lot of us, we pampered our children and gave them everything. So now they don't get out and work like we did. We can tell them about this stuff, but they have no interest. You know why? Because we have already given them everything. They know that we're not going to let them struggle. And by the time I realized I was making this mistake, it was damn near too late.
Yeah, well, you got to let your kids fall, man. My son got arrested. He got arrested, and and the lawyer and all the shit got drunk, broke a window on a boat when they were out there down on Palm Beach off that island. Shit, $12,000. Now, I made that motherfucker pay every dime back by payroll deduction. I said, fuck you, man. Your payroll deduction. That fucking check came to me every week, man. And he borrowed a little money from his, but $12,000 fucking dollars. That fucking payroll deduction came. He's like, fucking a year in. He's like, damn, Dad. I said, yeah, damn, motherfucker. That's what happens when you get drunk. Fucking white privilege is gone, bitch. Fucking gone, man.
Hey, I'm going to give Nate another salute. You probably never hear this again, because I normally don't give people salutes. But, John, do you have a black woman that tells you what to do with them children, that will stop you from, that make you feel like it's your obligation and duty to take care of them? You understand? It becomes a battle if we try to...
That's why I ain't with that bullshit, David.
I gave you a little credit there. They ain't gonna have it too often, but I gave you credit right there. That's what we have to face.
I know you do.
It's a battle.
It's a battle.
No, I don't have any battles, man. We agree on. My wife and I agree on everything. She got some rules.
He got a Cuban wife. She's got
rules,
but it took almost damn near 20 years. It still ain't all
hey, Dante.
I'm gonna have me a black queen. I'm sorry.
Hey, Dante. I got a black one too. I'm cool with that. Hey, Dante. I want you to hear what I'm gonna say. I done had two of them. So what you saying? Hey, Dante. Where you at? Dante? I done had two of them. What?
Hey, Nate.
I had one. Hey, my first wife was so dog, she stood against a white wall like a hallway. You hear me? I thought that she was so dog. Hey, she was so dog skinned, she laid on the white sheet like a hole in the spread. I love that. Oh, Lord have mercy. I understand what you're saying. But, bro, listen to what I'm telling you. All this, bro, horizontally said, when has the black woman ever listened to the black man? When? She asked that question. I said, ooh, that is awesome.
That's one of the elders. She's definitely one of the elders.
Yeah.
She said it. Hey, you got to go watch horizontally. Man, she does she talks about horizontally. A lot of black women don't like her.
No, they won't even listen.
They won't even listen. Oh my gosh, ain't she awesome though?
And her book is awesome. Her book is fire.
Yeah, the Black Man's Guide to the Black Woman.
Yes, sir.
Boy, look here.
A blueprint.
It's blueprint.
Bro.
I've been reading, so I definitely put that on.
As a matter of fact, I ain't read it in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get me. I think we ought to get we should start a book club between us.
Yeah,
I have one. So we can get it popping.
Yeah, and we should meet once a week and go chapter by chapter. You should only have to read a chapter a week. You know why?
Okay, let's do that.
Because by reading a chapter a week, you get to really feed on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get to the meat of it. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you the truth of the matter. I told somebody, he said, Nate, man, you so hard on women. I said, I got all daughters. I ain't never been easy. I had all daughters. 30, 28, 26.
Like a hen house, man. Like a hen house.
I don't have an aversion, an issue with telling a woman she wrong. Because I got daughters. I had to check that.
Yeah, hey, Nate, let me just pump you up a little bit, but you know what? But your daughters, you know, Jade, she's a nice person, man. She doesn't look like some oppressed chick.
Jade is an asshole.
No, but she's cool.
She's so much like me. She ain't David. She's like, I know she's an asshole because she's just like her daddy.
Yeah, but she's nice. She's polite. She's been every time I've been around her, she's nice.
Yeah, she's a hard worker too.
Well, there you go.
All my daughters are.
All right. Well, so what does it matter then?
Here's the problem. I speak in a lot of conscious places. I do comedy most of the time. And if you look at the people's faces, they be so angry and mad. And I understand there's a lot of things against us. But we don't have to look that angry and mad. We don't have to live like that.
We don't.
And I just thought about this today. Food grows through shit.
Woo! The best food grows out of shit. The best food grows when you put shit in it. Because I'm thinking about it.
I got you.
Because I wanted vegan food, and I didn't want to grow it through shit. But when you go looking for fertilizer, most of it is animal shit that you got to get.
But it got to be it got to be the right time frame. It got to be the right mixture. Like, it ain't just...
Dante, what happened to your light there, bro? Yeah, your light went out.
Yeah, let me go get some.
It was bright.
He turned it off.
Oh.
No, it got dark outside, and he had the window open like me.
Oh, okay.
But I think
that light was awesome.
Well, he got Zoom, and if he do where it say stop video, that arrow to the right, he can actually change that background.
Yeah, you can lighten it.
And put whatever background he wants.
Okay, let me see what we got going on.
Are you on a green screen, David?
Yeah, I got a green screen behind me.
Oh, okay. I wonder how that was so cool.
David uppity and shit.
No, I'm not. My cousins did. I got all this equipment.
So booze your ass down somewhere.
Nah, brother, I'm one of them people
you probably an AKA nigga.
I got 1.8 GPA. I wish I was an AKA. I wish I was an AKA, but I didn't go to college.
David, do you like put hand sanitizer on before you come to my house? You like wipe it all over and shit before you come in, and then after you get out, when you get in the car, you say, Nate, give me that bottle. Whoosh, slide in white guy's house.
I need to.
Hey, boy, I can't wait. We can go back to the studio and have some more conversations like this, man.
Mm-hmm.
I really believe that in the midst of everything we're doing, I think that the best thing that we've done today was be able to come together as black men and check. I'm cool with somebody checking me on my shit.
Right.
I'm cool with that. Hey, to become world champion, I had to have a lot of checking. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I had to have a lot of checking. So for me, I'm happy that we're able to come together like this and have these conversations where we can enlighten one another little by little. And sometimes, say, that's bullshit, bro. That's wrong. You should see that differently. And help me see it differently. I'm cool with that. And I think that's what we have to do as a people. Come to a place where we can say, I didn't see it that way. And change our viewpoint.
Mm-hmm. So, going forward, Nate, how do you suggest we deal with this weaponized thing that we can't see with our eyes and that we don't really understand? There are a lot of experts on this. I've been listening to Sonetta channel pretty good. And see, I'm not saying I put them guys on the pedestal, nothing like that, but up north, they had communiversities. They had this information. They had access to master teachers that taught in university. Dr. Ben, Dr. York, Smalls.
Hold on, you do know that there's a man living in this city right here. His name is Mr. Menifee. Dr. Ben, and another one of the master teachers was his college professor.
See, that's what I want to meet these people.
Now he's married to a white woman.
That's fine.
Okay, as long as you're okay with that, I take it.
That's it. Frederick Douglass got a white woman in there.
and he older too. He's much older. So tell you what, if you ain't doing nothing tomorrow or day after, or one day you got to work the day after. If you ain't doing nothing tomorrow, I'll take you to meet him. He is an outstanding person. Right. I'm talking about outstanding in the sense that he's a great man. Well, we done lost Dante. Dante done jumped off.
You ain't got me. You ain't got started with that.
Had to get some light on him, man.
You had to get some light, baby.
I wonder where you was.
That was it. I'm here.
Completely dark there for a second.
Yeah, we want people to see you, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it. I want to see you.
Dante, man, look, you got to come on again, man.
Yeah, he's an educator. We got to have him on now. Somebody like
as a matter of fact, I got to find somewhere for you because I believe that we need more black male teachers.
Oh, absolutely.
Him and RJ. We got two teachers.
Yes, we got two school teachers that were young school teachers.
I could have had RJ call in, but RJ is militant, though.
Hey, that's what we need.
RJ,
my people.
Get your sovereignty.
Hey, I love it. RJ came up under Doc Williams like me.
Yeah.
You don't get to be soft around us.
Yeah.
You better not cry. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I like the Zoom thing, John.
It's cool. I got to get you some lights, Nate. I'm going to get you some lights in the laptop.
Give me some lights.
And give him a green screen.
I definitely want to.
Give him a green screen too, so he can put his boxing back on the backdrop and all that.
All right.
I got a green screen.
I definitely want you guys to. I want to thank you guys for coming in and sharing with us. I also want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm working with this beautiful sister. I'm gonna try to get her to work with us to get us out there on a national level. Because I want my guys to get paid for this here. I don't just want to be able to have y'all talk about us behind our back without getting $1 for it. I want David to be able to go buy some more land here in Florida. Even while I'm over at
he apparently doesn't need any more money, okay? He can donate
I'm not, listen, John, I'm not saying that.
You did say that. You got a green screen. I don't even have a goddamn green screen in here, man. I got to manufacture my backgrounds. I can't have rich guys come and set shit up, man. I got to sweat my ass off.
John, you know you're bigger than the green screen. This is a $30, $40 thing now, John. Don't try to pull the
cul-de-sac, bro. Cul-de-sac. I don't live on a cul-de-sac. The rich guys on the street live on the cul-de-sac. I live in the middle of the street, okay, with a deer.
I'm in the middle on this one too, but we only got 10 houses.
Cul-de-sac.
Hey, Dave. John got 58 cameras.
Exactly.
Hey, Dante, you up to the studio? John got 58 cameras, dude. He got a camera that you can be picking your nose. You can see what you pull out.
Every angle.
I do have one for Nate. I got a nose picking cam.
He got one camera. If you put the thing around your neck, If you put the thing around your neck and you turn your head, that's where the camera go.
Yeah, it's a point of view cam, man.
Yeah, that is.
I do have that.
Yeah, so listen.
I got that on my gimbal.
There you go.
Got a gimbal, see? I
There you go. Hey, y'all got it. Cul-de-sac. Y'all got land. I'm only climbing.
I got a gated community with a drunken lady at the front gate too. That's fucking awesome. Drunken white lady. She rubs my arm when I come through there, and she says, "Oh, it's you again."
Hey, that lady was checking my ID before the corona came out. When the corona came out, she said, "Nah, we good. Go on in."
Go in, James. She said, "Turn around to the back." Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Remember this: until we come together as a people, we can never make moves as a people. Peace.